It's just something about them Jake One drums, man, that get me going on a Friday afternoon. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the latest edition of Wos Speaks. Of course, I'm your host, Big Wos AKA Wosny Lambre. Got my man John Gervais on the ones and threes, keeping the trains running on time. Shouts to everybody watching live on YouTube. Shouts to everybody listening to this on the podcast app, watching it afterwards on YouTube. Shouts to everybody. Yeah, just another crazy week of news out there. Just a couple of things I want to touch on just off the top. The Trump administration put out the audio transcript of Trump's personal lawyer going to interview Ghislaine Maxwell about what she knew about Epstein and what she saw and what she knew. And the long and the short is that she's saying she's saying she never seen Trump do anything. Epstein was just a regular money manager, not tied to any foreign governments. Her dad, who everybody knows was an Israeli spook, she's just really close to Israel, so pays attention to news that happens out there. And yeah, she wants her immunity and all of that stuff, her commutation immediately. So everybody wins, guys. Like, obviously, this is super credible. You know, nothing shady about her completely exonerating Donald Trump and implicating nobody else, by the way. She never saw anything. She's completely innocent herself. Which usually when you snitch to the feds, it's because you're implicating somebody else that they're going to arrest. It's not because you're saying such and such didn't do a crime. Somebody who they're not investigating anyway. Like, as far as we know, Donald Trump's FBI isn't investigating him. So who cares that you didn't see Donald Trump do anything? It's like usually when you're getting moved to a nicer facility or getting years knocked off of your sentence, it's because you're helping lock somebody else up. That's what snitches do. You're a snitch because you lock somebody up and you get, goodies for that. There's nobody's getting locked up behind this. So again, this, I'm sure you guys could tell the sarcasm in my voice. The second that they didn't appoint an independent special prosecutor, and it's like Trump's personal lawyer handling this, you kind of knew the fix was in. Like nobody who actually cares about this will be satisfied by this and be like, oh, the Epstein thing is over. But they dropped this on a Friday, and it's just a complete joke. Like, I don't know, man. Like the insult to people's intelligence is kind of crazy to me. Just like, how can you have even half a brain cell and look at this and think that it's credible, like even a little bit? I don't know. But then again, I'm not, a huge supporter of the president's. I don't think he's like doing a great job or anything like that. So it is what it is. Anyway, just wanted to share that with y'all and just some thoughts on that because it's utterly ridiculous. Moving on to the Democratic Party, man. What a freaking mess. Just a mess. But I did want to share something pretty cool. Before we get into more mess, I wanted to share something cool that actually former Woke Bros co-host of my Nando Vila actually shared with me earlier this week. And it's a campaign video out of Maine from a guy called Graham Platner. He's running for Senate to unseat Susan Collins. And this is his initial campaign ad. And I think it's like, you guys should see it. Jerv, put that up for me, please.
What I love most about Maine are the people. I have never met people who are more hard scrabble, even in a place that requires you to work like 2 or 3 different jobs. We have watched this state become essentially unlivable for working class people, and it makes me deeply angry. My name is Graham Platner, and I'm running for U.S. Senate in Maine to defeat Susan Collins, a decade of military service going overseas. farming oysters to feed my community, diving to lend a hand to other fishermen, trying to start a family. But everywhere I've gone, it seems like the fabric of what holds us together is being ripped apart by billionaires and corrupt politicians, profiting off of destroying our environment, driving our families into poverty, and crushing the middle class. I did 4 infantry tours in the Marine Corps and the Army. I'm not afraid to name an enemy. And the enemy is the oligarchy. It's the billionaires who pay for it, the politicians who sell us out. And yeah, that means politicians like Susan Collins. I'm not fooled by this fake charade of Collins' deliberations and moderation. The difference between Susan Collins and Ted Cruz is at least Ted Cruz is honest about selling us out and not giving a damn. People know that the system is screwing them. They know it in their bones. Nobody I know around here can afford a house. Healthcare is a disaster. Hospitals are closing. We have watched all of that get ripped away from us, and everyone's just trying to keep it all together. Why can't we have universal health care like every other first world country? Why can't we take care of our veterans when they come home? Why are we funding endless wars and bombing children? Why are CEOs more powerful than unions? We fought 3 different wars since the last time we raised the minimum wage. I'm not pretending to have all the answers, but I know that I'm asking the right questions. When I tell people around here that I'm running for Senate, sometimes the initial reaction is, what the but when I tell them why I'm doing it, because I truly do believe that we can build a system that is going to represent working people, the number one response has been, well, thank God somebody's going to do it. You're supposed to fight for the things you love. This is our home, and I will fight tirelessly for it, for you. It's Mainers first, in Maine, always.
I don't live in Maine, but he's got my vote. I might pull up the campaign page and donate some bread right now, bro. Healthcare. Stop with the senseless wars. Who's the one screwing us over? Naming them by name, billionaires. The fact that politicians like Susan Collins, who, if you guys don't know Susan Collins, she's a Republican, but she sort of is a self-styled moderate Republican, although she's like 90% with the Trump record. She did vote against the big, beautiful bill. Like, she shows streaks of independence, but she's basically your run-of-the-mill Republican. But because she's like sort of self-stylized centrist-y, she like the DC types like her. And of course, I seen some shit in the New York Times that a bunch of Hollywood libs are going to be supporting her campaign and fundraising for her because this dude elsewhere has said we need to reorient our relationship with Israel and we need to stop funding the genocide. So, of course, a bunch of Hollywood libs are like, yeah, no, he can't be it. He's denigrating the billionaire class and wants to stop Israel from endless wars and just complete annihilation of those people in Gaza. Like, no, we got to stop them. Anyway, I just think this is fantastic. So Susan Collins is obviously going to be running to be reelected. And then there's Maine's, I think their governor is running as well. This lady who's 78 years old right now, meaning she would be 79 the day that she was sworn in for the Senate, which I seen Ryan Grimm say that would break the record for the oldest freshman senator ever. That's who the Democrats are thinking about trotting out there. A 79-year-old person who would break the record in the Senate. Like the government is old. The Senate specifically is old as dirt. Like respirators, like dead. And yeah, this is it. This is, and I think Democrats would generally fuck with this. Like the sort of party establishment would be more than cool with it, but like, I don't know. You can't really diss the donors. You can't really diss the billionaires. You can't diss the donor class. You definitely can't be anti-Israel. That's a problem for the Democratic Party establishment. And so, yeah, they're not going to get behind this, but this is it. This is exactly the kind of thing that you should want to challenge. that you should want to be seeing out there that's going at directly, you know, the status quo. And Maine is like a funky state. Like they do have, like I said, like this independent kind of streak, and they're not like a red or a blue state per se. Um, so it's a really unique place. But yeah, this is like really cool. Like this dude is military, did 4 tours abroad, is a oyster fisherman. This dude is like he's like a hard scrabble, like rugged American. Like that dude, that profile is so Republican coded in the culture. And for somebody like that to be pushing that certain type of message, and I think brilliantly staying away from culture war nonsense, it's the type of shit I like to see, man. We'll see if he gets any traction. Hopefully, he can get like a nice grassroots situation going. But this the type of thing I like to see. What I'm about to show you is the opposite of things we like to see. And I got this off of Ryan Grimm's Twitter. Jerv, pull this up for me, please. So Wesley Bell is the dude who APAC and them ran against Cori Bush, put like $15 million into a St. Louis primary, okay, for the House of primary for the House of Representatives. $12 to $15 million spent to primary Cori Bush. And of course, when they did their dirty tactics, they don't primary saying, oh, she's not, pledging enough fealty to Israel, so vote her out. They do a bunch of other slimy ass attacks, just like they did to Jamal Bowman. But this is the guy that they put in her stead, and he did a town hall, and it was a fucking disaster. People are up there basically bitching about Israel and the Democratic Party support for the genocide. And now the UN is calling it officially. They're saying like it's a famine in Gaza City. Babies are dying from starvation, which is like just so dark and fucked. But yeah, bro, like kind of ended his remarks, and bro, this isn't funny, but bro ended his remarks, and this is how the security and police at the event responded to the people that were yelling at him, basically about his pro-Israel stance as their representative. Son. Yo. Bruh. Whoa. Oh. Get the get your money. Yeah. I'm done. Yo. Let's roll. I'm gone. Yo. Crazy. This is crazy. This is what's happening when these guys, again, 8% support for the funding and support of the war, which I don't even know how you call it a war, bro. It's just a siege. Like they're just like Israel just put out an estimate that they've killed 8,800 combatants in the last 2 years, allegedly. And mind you, we know like two things. We know that's an overestimation in the sense that anybody they kill, any male they kill over the age of 16, they just assume that they're terrorists or in Hamas. Like, doesn't matter. Like, as long as they kill a dude that's 16 or over, they just count them. So there's that. But even if we grant them their estimate, they've 80% of the people that have been reported, 83% of the people that have been reported to be killed since October 7th have been civilians. 83%. That's, I mean, at a certain point, man, and it's not to be naive, it's just like, because I don't want to, like, it's just real talk. I don't know how you could see these people as human beings and think that this is cool, that this is okay, like that somehow there's a justification for this based on the impossibility of the Israelis ever living side by side with the Palestinians. Like, it's this idea that the Palestinians are some special kind of savage human being. Like, they're just a different kind, a different breed of human beings that couldn't possibly live in harmony with the Israeli people. And so this is completely justified. Like, that's like, to take that view is just, I'm sorry, it's just racist. It's just a completely cooked worldview. And it's just like, it's tough, man. Like, when you hear about the support that the war effort has in Israeli society, it's popular. The famine is popular. The starvation, the killing of innocent civilians is popular. It's tough to understand how a collective of people could come to that conclusion. It's really tough. And I don't know, like at a certain point, it's just like, oh, but what about October? It's like, bro, like, this is worse. Like, there's no reading of this that could say that this is not way worse than what happened. What happened on October 7th with an atrocity, a tragedy. The people that are responsible should be, be held to account. Like, everybody that took part in that atrocity should be held to account. The idea that every single Gazan deserves to be just killed indiscriminately. I mean, that's just an abhorrent worldview. And I do want to just stay for me because I talked about it a little bit on TYT. Just this notion that the Israelis can't possibly be expected to live next side by side to these savages or these horrible Palestinians. I'm like, I mean, we dropped a freaking atom bomb, two of them on Japan. I mean, we don't live side by side with them, but they're like, before this tariffs nonsense, those are our closest ally. Same with Korea, same with Vietnam. And that's just America fixing those relations. Think about the continent of Europe, where like actual hundreds of years of war and killing and death. And just an understanding that there's going to be lasting peace now between Germany and France and the UK, the Balkan states. And I know that peace is very fragile, but Serbia and Bosnia and Croatia and all of the Balkan states, like, those people live side by side next to each other after insane atrocities were committed. India and Pakistan. I mean, we could go on and on and on and on here. Like, this idea that the Israelis, oh, we can't be expected to live next to people. Like there's just something like for us, no, that's beyond the pale. It's just like it just ignores a fundamental trait of humanity that like people have the capacity to get past this kind of thing and live in harmony and peace. And the UN, I guess it is a big deal that like European countries and all these other places that have given nothing but full-throated support to the ongoing siege, genocide, whatever you want to call it, coming out and be like, bro, like there's a famine happening, like officially, like young kids are starving to death because they're more susceptible to malnutrition at a young age than full-grown adults like us. To pretend that this is justified, like it's just, I don't know how you sit back and say, yo, like I'm for this thing, like I'm in support of it. I think this is exactly what Jewish people worldwide need to be safe. Like that's what you will hear. Like Jewish people can't be safe without this. That's what you're here. That's what people will say. You know, this idea that one day Jewish people might get kicked out of Beverly Hills or the Upper West Side here in America or Boca Raton. So there needs to be in Israel. And I like the justification, man. Like when I really will listen and read to like what the people that will in Western culture that will try to defend it. Like I really do try to listen to it. And I'm just like, I mean, even if just on a pure power politics, like this idea that like Israel's a state, it's powerful as hell. It's supported by the Americans. Like the idea that the Palestinians could in any way threaten the existence of that state, just makes no sense. But like if you go with them, it's like, oh, we're like, this is what it means to be a Western power. Like we vanquish the people who we don't like, we completely crush them, and we quote unquote guarantee our security. And we expand our sphere of influence. We're going to annex places like Lebanon and Syria and, pursue this greater Israel project. It's like, no, this is what it means to be a Western power. I mean, the means can't, like the ends can't justify the means here. This is just the most brutal shit I've ever seen. I've never seen anything like this. Like to remind people, like this is not what we did in Afghanistan. This is not what we did, and we were fighting a non-state actor, right? Like the Taliban or Hamas or Hezbollah or all of these or even you could even say the Viet Cong. All of these non-state actors, like we didn't do this in Afghanistan. We didn't do this to beat the Taliban. We actually basically putting our own soldiers at risk as to not just indiscriminately just kill a bunch of civilians. We didn't just completely level the place and be like, okay, like we didn't do that. Like this is not a normal thing to do. This is a step further than anything. And yeah, man, like politicians that like the fact that again, 92% of your freaking constituents as a Democrat are opposed to this thing, and you're just so dedicated to being for it. Like, I just could never see them stepping up this way for a cause that benefited people. Like they would never step in front of the moneyed interests and like put their own career and like their status and office on the line for this, for us. They would never do that. It's just crazy to see, but people are pissed. And it's just wild. Anyway, that's our show for today, guys. Shouts to again everybody who's a Patreon. Become a patreon.com/count the dings. Support the great work that we're doing for you guys, the great content. Once again, as always, big up to my man John Gervais on the ones and threes, the super producer, keeping the trains running on time. We will see you guys next week. Peace out.